is up, everybody? Welcome into some WCL. Tonight, we've got Synergy as they take on Spartans. Battle of the Orgs, Wild Boys versus OOG. Playoff contention is at the line tonight. Now, for the games around the series so far, we did have the unwanted Zave game the other night. I'm looking to see how it came through here. I actually don't have a standing on it. But shortly after this one will be the start of 5.2 versus Wild Boys. That'll be Black Hole, one of their last hopes coming in here besides Nebula. Oh, man, this is all coming down to almost $2,000 prize pot up for grabs. Either team can snag it. And I'm very interested to see how this one will play out. Now, Synergy, they were a team of streamers. They were a good gunning stack for the Rival Rollers series. But right now, I believe they are coming in here with just a little bit of a kind of thrown together roster to play this one out. Over on the side of Spartans, we have the typical old reliable stack of ITQC. We have Squirtle with him. Hold on, let me go fill these out. Orbital. Where is Orbital? Some of these things aren't updating. Knocked. And we are still waiting to get their fifth in lobby. Now, this Spartans team has went on an absolute tear through a lot of leagues for a while. SXL, they were pretty much undefeated full way through. And then, right as we hit playoffs, they are taken out. Let me pull up the SXL stats and standings. These are the guys I know a little bit better. Let me go pull up the SXL chats. So, this is the bracket I paid a little bit more attention to. So, we did see Spartans fall to 907 the other night. That is the Jeff Sicko-led 00 team. 2-0 win of 7-2 and 7-5 for the maps of Night Haven Labs, I believe that is. Yes, it is. Oh, they double screenshot that one. And it looks like Cafe. Tonight's map pool will be Cafe. We're running it back now. Gonna see what Spartans has up their sleeves. Again, this is not a team who plays around. They do gun out pretty solid every chance they get. And then Clubhouse. The playstyle of, honestly, all three maps I've pulled tonight, they do have their similarities. Cafe, though, being a 3-floor map, tends to rely a lot more heavily on that vertical push coming down. Clubhouse, that is all about a side-to-side motion. Don't get me wrong, still a 3-floor, if you include that basement. However, it's not as heavily pivoting on cross-pushing as what you see out of, well, Cafe. Consulate, God, this is just everybody's favorite map and nobody's favorite map. We all hate to play it, but it's not a bad one. At the end of the day, every map here is pretty solid. And let me see that I'm ready. I got 3-minute delay. Maybe 2 minutes. Just so they know, we do have delay going. I'm ready to go into match. I believe we do see Synergy is ready. We're just waiting on Spartans to be ready. And I am ready for some heavyweight bouts between these two teams. Like I said, both sides do gun out pretty solid. We do, that is Pax and Evil, or I guess Dizzy Grandpa in this case. I believe that is Evil Grandpa coming in here. Yugoslavia, Snuggies, and Slamka on the side of Synergy. Squirtle said he is ready to go, and we're diving into Cafe for map 1. We get back into it now as the band phase rolls through. We will be seeing Grim and Clash offboard almost immediately. Sides are, I believe, flipped for what we're supposed to be looking at. Yes, it is. Let me go take care of that on the overlay. They swapped them around on me yet again. Update and confirm. Did it just swap again? Yes, it did. Oh my god. it does not want to have Synergy on, or Spartans on the right side of that map. I don't know why. There we go. Spartans over on their respective side. They will be coming in here with hopefully a good attack. Now, Synergy's defense, there's going to be, again, a lot of playstyles, pivotal holds, good setups, and they're going to be starting out now up here in Cocktail Bar. What you tend to see a lot of is a heavy hold into the kind of cocktail area, top red stairs. But what you need to be very, very careful of is pressure on white side, as well as anybody who just gets over aggressive. Spartans, they are a team known for playing that heavy gunplay style. Something that, honestly, a lot of these D1 teams have started to favor more and more instead of strat booking. You know, a good strategy most times is easily prevented, easily stopped by someone with a heavy gun in their hand. Looking at the lineups right now, you do have Squirtle rocking around on that knock, and we have Orbital ready to go with the Yings. So, it seems like they're going to have that backstab pressure in tow with a main style push, the Capital, just reinforcing that idea for me, as well as a lot of flank denial. So, whoever decides to roam here from the side of Synergy, in the current look, it looks like it'll be Hugo going down here with the Solus. Maybe Spawn Peak. He is spotted out by drones, so ignore that first comm. It is a 4-man stack spawn over here, white side of the building. Squirtle does have shotgun in hand though with that knock, which I don't want to say leaves him at a disadvantage. However, Cafe does play a little bit more wide open than what you tend to expect. You know, if anything, you want that SMG, prefer the, well, any AR you can get your hands on. Shotguns are good and all. There are some close quarters fights, but this map doesn't heavily rely on it quite as much as, say, maybe like Nighthaven does. With all that being said, though, Hugo's still on the roam. We got Grandpa coming down here trying to get this first pick on a Squirtle. He is playing super aggressive, and honestly, it has spread this defense out pretty thin, as there are live drones all over the place. Squirtle making entry with grenade. We got Orbital trying to cover the backside of the white stairs, setting up. Drones still coming in. Slower execute, honestly, from the side of Spartans. This isn't how we tend to see them play. They are more of a fast action team. Don't react, they tend to act. In TAC UAV now setting up with this Capital. Fires going in, firing off. That'll lock Slamka into his position. He is being aggressed from his windows. Nobody diving through yet. And he is trapped in a corner. Hidden, but safe. Snuggies will go down to Orbital. Drizzy getting a good one on Orbital though. Shotgun in hand. Pax now chilling, waiting on the outside of this. Slamka picking up a good shot inside. However, there's Squirtle on that flank. Like I said, switch, bait and switch. Coming out here, and a swing on to Evil Grandpa. 3K for Squirtle in this round. Hugo now left into a 1v, and we see ITQC take his own teammate down, saying you may hit 3, but you ain't catching a 4th. There's Hugo though to clutch it up. Synergy taking a honest throw round from the side of Spartans. Rip the headphone users. Honestly, I'm sorry. Let them know that we are always loud around here. It's a great round there. Honestly, a bit of a, I think that's more of a blunder from the side of Spartans than it was a capitalizing on mistakes from Synergy, but they still managed to at least crawl that one in easily. We just reply to this and at cards.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And that one round may have already thrown the mental of Squirtle, because it's being talked about in the match chat as we speak. Buddy does not seem too happy, and I mean, that round was thrown off of a team kill. Setup coming down here, down once again. Hugo going to be hard roaming that Solus. Honestly, as weird as it sounds, Solus, she is a great operator for it. She is fast. That P90, it is a bullet hose. It plays into the old school metas of, if I put enough rounds your direction, you won't survive. And I don't hate to see that playstyle anymore. Honestly, it plays very well in the way the siege is timed out. The other thing we can really hope for, though, for his roam is that he utilizes that gadget to keep himself up. The roam clear will be coming this time, though. We do see Orbital playing it out now. Blitz Shield on board, Squirtle rocking behind him with an Ash, and they do have a sense on ITQC. The rest of this attack setup is TAC UAV, gosh, not attack UAV. We see TAC bringing out the Ace, playing his support role, and Knock over here on the Dokkaebi. These two already trying to aggress a little bit towards this bottom main white. And yeah, the walls will be coming open. Drones coming in. We still have nobody actually going up for that roam clear, that flank clear, and it looks like, however, Yugo has dropped off. Snuggies, though, hitting a walkout, finds 1 for free and 2 for free, and they're not doing anything about it. Is that almost number 3 on ITQC? Oh my god, it was. I mean, talk about just handing somebody some kills. He walked out on you. He was standing outside forever and just let him keep going. Pax, he is, however, dropped down to about 1 HP. Knock trying to hold that angle. DMR in hand. Quick fire tap. Hugo in the face. TAC is still up now. 2v4 situation. Very, very low HP from Pax. And the smart decision from him would usually be to hide this one out. However, they do have the body count. They do have good positioning setup. Slamka holding cross angle. Snuggies holding cross angle. Evil or Dizzy Grandpa going for a long angle. Manages to hit Knocked in the face for that one. It is now down to TAC in the 1v4. Trying to get Snuggies to swing him. But Snuggies wants to pick this kill up for himself. TAC UAV dodging bullets like it's the Matrix. Getting out of there. Back to safety. And a quick aggressive swing from Grandpa. Coming up with a shotgun to close the round out for a 2K. And holy crap, what a round from Snuggies. As he just let him have it, running outside, pulling that beautiful 4K from absolutely nothing. Let's see if I can fast forward this till that point. Save edit. There we go. It catches the whole thing. This was that little Snuggies run out, though. It was perfect. You love it. I mean, he made a smart play there. Came to fruition with it. Pulled out just some stellar gunshots. And managed to walk away with a 3K onto, honestly, very, very solid operators. Taking, I believe that was the Ash off board early. I believe we've seen the Blitz go down with them. And then this ITQC, the Sense up there. Those three, I mean, those are kind of your star power, your entry power, and you just lose them almost immediately into this round. What a great play there from Snuggies. Back into the setup now. We do have them setting up for the mid floor, and they have the full upstairs extension, as we do have Castle still on board. Typically, he is a early ban, not something you tend to see a whole lot of, especially later on in the rounds. But we do have one more round before they're allowed to get another set of bans. And speaking of the bans, I did miss them a little bit. We have the Clash in Mira gone. Clash plays surprisingly well into a map like this, where you just have to lock down space and deny entry. Mira fills a very similar role of, I can see you, but you can't see me. However, these attacker bans, they do get a little interesting, as Grim and Monty are gone. Monty, a great pusher. He's able to get in there, take as much advantage as he wants of all the area, all the map, pulls it to his favor. And as for the denial, I mean, he's hard to stop. Then the Grim pulled off again. He makes for some good executes, some fast play style. A smart play, honestly, from Synergy, getting them off the board. You deny what kind of plays into the favor of Spartans, which is that sheer aggression factor that right now they just seem to maybe be lacking a little bit. Jones coming out, he spots out Pax, who's chilling in BC. Pax, a certified gunner at most times. But here comes Grandpa up on the flank, in behind the ram. Orbital has no idea. That's almost a free one, but Dizzy whiffs the rounds. Taken down as he goes for safety. Not getting Snuggies as well. TAC picking one for himself. We now have live count in the favor of the attackers. Slamka on his lonesome downstairs in a 1v4. C4 is ripped and up, not finding anybody with it. And I mean, I got a feeling we may see him try and aggress his way up the stairs and just try and pull some kills. However, he has the Ash, or no, sorry, not the Ash, the Twitch right there on the stairs, and Squirtle will find that headshot. The F2 in Squirtle's hands is hard to beat. And down he goes like a ton of bricks. What can I say? This Spartans team, that's how they tend to play. Fast-paced aggression, hard-hitting moves. Just absolutely insane. Now, last set of bans coming out here. This is where a lot of question marks are going to lie to me. I mean, I'm expecting a castle ban like that, and then the Ram will pull off board too. A lot of that round, I will say, I believe, comes down to Evil Grandpa just whiffing that mag out and then not being able to really close the round because of it. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Gonna slip away. Had to go double check the room up here. But no, that castle band, he will play beautifully into the style that we like to see Spartans move. You know, they're a quick act team. You get rid of the castle, you open the map up a lot for yourself. Losing that ram, I mean, at the end of the day, this is Cafe. It's a vertical control map. It does suck for you. But she's an operator that honestly Spartans can afford to give up. She doesn't match that quick pace. She is good for fast breaching. However, if you're playing this guns up playstyle that they do, the heads up, guns up, you typically don't need to rely that much on verticality. Verticality at this, for them, would honestly just open it up and make it used against them. By the time that, you know, they get into sight, the defense will start trying for those vertical retakes. Leave the vertical closed, you save yourself a little bit at least. So far, though, the setup here from Synergy is very focused on just kind of keeping good defense, keeping lines of sight open, but not being too overly aggressive with it. As you see, they don't have the whole setup here yet, and they actually have bathroom fully closed off. And there's the rest of the reinforcements from Pax. Yeah, that's more into the playstyle of, hey, we don't want to take you in a heads-up gunfight. We want you to have to push into our defense. We want you to meet this. However, there is a spawn peak laying a bunch of damage onto ITQC, but not enough to take him down. I mean, it was only maybe 5 HP, but that means the world in a 1 HP game, a 1 headshot game like Siege is. Window plays are coming now. I mean, their main objective here will be to push through Cocktail side, get it opened up. However, they do have to fight against Snuggies, who is playing that Azami up here. She's not really holding any more into that side. But let's see what Evil Grandpa is doing. He is still on the roam. I'm expecting a run-out play from him. He has control at Bakery. The phone calls are coming out from Dokubi. The push should be quick in behind it. Squirtle now trying to find something. Pax over aggressive is taken down and punished for it. Currently 0-3 in the game. That's not the Pax that we were used to seeing all the time. Squirtle going in, trying to hit that shield away, but not able to find it. And where is Dizzy? He is still just downstairs chilling, trying to find somebody on a room. Flipping up into sight, Hugo and Snuggies are playing very, very close onto one another. And in comes the jump. Now they have that cocktail control as Squirtle is pushing deep for it. ITQC trying to breach into bathroom. The play here is to open that wall up, give your team the ability to swing. Slam cut going down there to knock. Snuggies hiding behind his barricade. Squirtle now moving up close. Squirtle, the gunner that he is, 7-2. Knock trading shots out with Hugo. Hugo gonna find the pick though. Squirtle still gunning it out here. Orbital finding one. Grandpa all by himself downstairs. Snuggies finds one up top. He is definitely calling for some reinforcements. However, this is the Azami's main playstyle. Come fight me. She sets her barricades up. But Tack has that angle for top white. Swing into it, Bo, but Snuggies is right there to shut him down. And now Grandpa back up the site to help out. Here comes ITQC. Orbital trying to get in there, has bar control. Live pings are out, and shots are just raining all around. There is nowhere really that safe. ITQC watching still for this breach through. Finds an easy one there. Free and easy as he finds two. Dizzy and Snuggies going down, and Spartans start to bring this game back. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's that play style of Spartans. They're not afraid to full swing you and put their bodies into it. I mean, they are full life on the line. We want this kill. Seems like Snuggies, though, is tending to play a little bit more into the, hey, We're going to go for survival here. We're going to play this one smart. I should have grabbed a thing of water. I'm going to do that after this map for sure. I'm going to buy a water cooler and just keep up here at this point. Like, it's only $100. Unless anybody here wants to sponsor me a water cooler.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So now we have Synergy on their second to last defense setting up down here for the kitchen side. It's only a wondering game of, well, are they going to go back upstairs? I mean, they did win kitchen here pretty dominantly, but a lot of that was based off of the run out there that Snuggies pulled, pulling 3 of his 5 kills in 1 round. And right now, honestly, after these last 2 round losses, it just looks like Synergy may have to pick up that frag power a little bit. Now, they started extremely hot, but they survived it off of hero plays. When you look over to the side of Spartans, though, it tells you, honestly, pretty much the exact same story. When you see Squirtle, who is 7-3 over a 2.0 KD, still gunning it out. But they do have TAC UAV and Orbital putting in some work for themselves. Right now, Slamka and Pax a little bit low on the kill boards. Need to get some more, get the team in motion, kind of stick the KD ranges closer to one another. Grandpa now going to be pulling upstairs for this roam. We got Snuggies rotating himself over to white to help reinforce and set up that side. I mean, he's not actually doing any map setups. When I say reinforce, I mean reinforce his teammate. Grandpa still upstairs on the roam here. And here comes Orbital pushing in, going deep with the Blackbeard. And that forces Slamka straight into TAC UAV. TAC has sight. He is getting gunny, finding 2. And they're in now behind Yugo, who is taken out by ITQC. This is that kind of play style I was talking about that is beautiful from Spartans. We do see Orbital go down, though. Pax now trapped outside of sight. And he's making his safe rotate in. Has some ability to play it smart here. Gets an easy down there on attack UAV. Dizzy Grandpa, sorry, stuck on red stairs. Has 2 players right down below him. They do have live pings, and this is going to be a battle for this diffuser. You don't have a whole lot of time, so you need to start making the forward momentum plays. Dizzy finding another one for E. 2K on this round. Squirtle did take Pax out now. Live ping drones hitting Grandpa. And it is a 1v2. They hear the jump through from him. He doesn't know there's one in the prep room. And Noct will find the kill as Spartans now go up 3-2 with the diffuser plant. This is finals or playoffs? This is a playoff game. I believe playoffs round 2. No one. Honestly, should be a very, very interesting game. These 2 teams do play very, very well into one another. Synergy bringing that, you know, a lot of brain, a lot of aim. Then we see good old Spartans coming in here. A lot of aim, some brain. It plays very, very well. Let's see if I can find the standings for the season. No, I can't. But this is the number 1 seed Spartans versus the number 9 seed Synergy. And I can't actually find how they got to this point where they're supposed to be at. Oh well. Either way, the last defense from Synergy now setting up. The Spartans, after those first 2 round losses, came back with an overwhelming force, and a lot of that has to do with Squirtle, who's currently chilling 8-3 back on the Ash. I mean, I don't know if he's a team leader here, if he's a team captain, or what he means to this Spartans team, but he is definitely that frag power all-star this team needs. Grandpa being a little bit more passive on his roam this time. Not going the full way up the 3rd floor. Last time he did that, he actually, you know, took a lot of punishment for it. ITQC slow to come out of spawn. He knows the spawn peaks have been hitting. Another one hits there from Grandpa. Up to 7-4 now, trying to rival himself now to Squirtle's POV. And Squirtle just trying to maybe tap fire and bring himself into a fight. Snuggy's eating a lot of damage out here in the main bakery side. Giving that up almost immediately. It is all reinforced off. And there's Orbital now just taking space, face checking like he should. That's your whole job as the Blackbeard. However, rounds coming in behind, but TAC UAV right behind him to shut him down. And the execute now rolling forward. Orbital left, extremely low. C4 out, detonating for Orbital. There goes their Blackbeard, their main entry point. Grandpa is still just trying to watch and see what he can find from up top. Squirtle finding a Legion mine in his foot. TAC UAV moving forward. Squirtle now hitting drones for himself. They still have got to deal with Grandpa, who is just chilling upstairs. He has all the time in the world. And it looks like that may be Squirtle's, idea here, as he slowly moves himself now up to the roof. Damage onto Pax, but he gets away safely. Knocked now in Bakery, and here comes Squirtle up in 3rd floor, hunting down the roamer. TAC UAV maybe going up to help join him, or at least to play the cutoff. They want to find Evil as fast, or Dizzy as fast as they can. I think that's Evil Grandpa. I could be wrong. I'm just going to keep saying Dizzy Grandpa or Evil Grandpa because my brain ain't working the greatest. But they are hunting this roamer down. They want rid of him. They, however, also have a pinch set up now for Red side. They're trying to get rid of Pax. They do lay a ton of damage, but Dizzy is still up there to shut down TAC. Squirtle finding Pax now. It's going to be a battle of the top guns here in a second as these two slowly converge to one another. But Dizzy taking a 4K as he shuts down Squirtle now. Knocked left into a 1v3. Everybody here holding the long angles. Knocked making entry through into small break prep room. He knows where Slamka is. Dizzy is getting the calm. Hey, get rid of Knocked. They call each other last second. And just now it's a tap fight to see who can find who first. And Grandpa whiffs the rounds there. Taking down a swing from the Kaid. Not able to hit him. That is a revolver out, by the way. That's just style points. And then just trying to rip him with that TCSG. Not finding Knocked anywhere. Knocked, 2 rounds left in that little shotgun. Takes a slug to the chest as we go for a 3-3 split. Grandpa put the work in that round for his team to bring them up. Doing everything he can now. 9-5. Squirtle with a slightly better KD and at least one more assist, but that is work where it matters. As we flip sides now, the Clash and the Ying are both gone. I mean, looks like, Spartans may be scared of that execute as the Ying goes off board. Clash, though, is a heavy momentum stopper. To pull her away is a good idea. Next set of bands rolling through, and we will see the Mira and the Capital. That is a definite execution ban here from the Spartans side. They don't want to worry about it. They're just going to lock in that defense and be happy. However, you lose your Mira and you lose your Clash. You lose 2 good glass. I mean, you lose your 2 good glass operators. That Clash shield, being able to hide behind it, walk around as you see freely, and just give your team the live pings. The Miras, being able to hide behind them. Again, this plays into the I can see you, you can't see me. Except for, Clash, everybody can see her. Big old chrome dome, just reflecting light everywhere she goes. It's just a matter of that mentality of intel, direct intel too. Not like, oh, I have a cam, I can hear him on a cam. No, you're giving him that live comm of, he is standing right in front of me. Someone get rid of this man. We do see the setup now coming from this side of Spartans, opening up the walls. Let's see how they play this bathroom out. I mean, we did see Synergy tend to play a little bit more into the passive style. It doesn't look like Spartans are going to go that way. They're opening up the aggressive head holes. They do not have a shield, however, to play that in that little small storage room. And there's the bathroom rotate. I'm very curious if they're going to be playing the bathroom head holes. A lot of teams actually have moved away from that style of gameplay because you open those up and you can give the other team a easy view deep into sight.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Azami, if you want, I can let you use my formula. It might help you get over what happened.
No spawn peaks at the current time. I was kind of hoping to see one play into that normal Spartans aggression. We do see ITQC going down here, hitting the room with the Goyo, which, honestly, best position for him. He's got one of the best guns in the game, very limited recoil, very decent damage, and extreme rate of fire, decent ammo capacity too. Everything about that play screams, let me roam. He has no utility that he needs to stay up and alive for. His Goyos are placed and his camera is placed. He is nothing more at this point than a walking gun. Flipping over though. Let's look at this side of Synergy. We got Grandpa playing that Twitch out, 9 and 5. I'm assuming an F2 in hands for him. And we have Pax though, locking it in for the Ash. I'm excited to see how the Ash plays out here. We have Hugo moving up, taking that quick pick on attack UAV. Snuggies finding Knock. That's the UAV twins down in a swing through as they now have control of the cocktail. Fenrir trying to get aggressive. That is Squirtle doing everything he can to find some shots. Rounds ripping past him but not able to land. And the BP now off board. So you just made your life a little bit easier. Bathroom wall coming open here. They don't have anything to stop him. Rotates up, but he's taking down Pax, TKing Dizzy. Hugo finds Orbital though. And now Squirtle and ITQC left into a 2v3 situation. ITQC eating damage. Attackers are stacking up more into this bar cocktail side. Squirtle going down to Slamka. Slamka low. Storage room for Pax, finding ITQC. All he had to do was put himself on Ash, give himself a good gun, and he is a very happy man. 4-3 now as we see Synergy start to move up the ladder just a little bit. One heck of a statement piece round though to open up with your starting attack after splitting them on the defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let's see. Spartans are not letting pride get the better of them here. They are electing now to bring it downstairs. Typically what you'll see though is a lot of teams go, we just lost that round upstairs. Let's run it back. And they'll run it back 1, 2, 3 times in a row. I mean, that's the most I've seen. And they just keep banging their head against that same wall. And usually once an attack wins that once, they know how your setups are. They know what to prepare for. Now we see Spartans hoping to maybe break that momentum a little bit and playing down here for the kitchen hold. They do have a good setup, an extension setup to make sure they can keep a hold of bar. Aggressive head holes across those bottom red stairs. And what I thought was going to be a Squirtle spawn peek. Oh, it is. He's just prepping the barrier. Maybe a jump out. Knocked, playing in this small bakery, though. Puts himself in a bit of a risky position now. Orbital hiding behind bar, letting rounds rip out, not finding anybody with him. ITQC has DMR in hand to be playing for the Christmas side VIP section. And they're making some movement over towards them.
We are protected.
Mine activated.
Let's flip over and look at how this attack is coming out. We do have some drone work coming from Slamka, something you kind of not see a lot of D1 teams really stick towards anymore. Pax wanting to make entry, just breaks it and walks right in. I mean, a bit of wild work here. He's got people all around him. Squirtle on one side of the coat room with him. He's got 2 or 3 guys in bar side. I mean, there's people just all over him. And does he have anybody even covering his 6? No, Pax is just in there. His back was towards Squirtle. He dumps out of that room. Not a bad idea for that. And you got Snuggies playing aggressively up on ITQC, begging for that swing. They want maybe Pax to go make some noise. Drones are now coming in from him. If he's able to get in there and at least drone out ITQC, move that 2 out forward, move him out of position. The drones are absolutely everywhere. It is definitely annoying these defenders a little bit. Their positions are all being given away. ITQC now slowly moving forward. But Squirtle making good work of some of these drones. Now Orbital still has bar locked down. This is a good widespread defense. TAC UAV playing extremely close here for Snuggies, and Snuggies eating some damage off of these smokes. That's one more smoke grenade gone. He is now out of them. Swing from ITQC will not take him down, but will lay a ton of damage. I believe that is now hatch open. However, Knocked is able to find Pax. That eliminates some of that side pressure they had. Hugo falling down onto Tactical. And now it's a 3v5 here. Synergy not in the highest of positions as we see Noct pull another one. There goes Dizzy. 2v5. The defense locked in. ITQC knows right where they're at. Noct still going to be playing this main bakery side pretty hard. No movement, no real rotation around from some of these attackers. More or less, they're just waiting and hoping that you poke and prod at them. Slamco will go down. Noct hits himself a 3K. And Snuggy's retreating upstairs. I mean, I don't know if that Ram got very much of that vertical open. But these defenders know he's on white stairs, and they're just waiting on it. Looks like Ram did get a lot of that vert play. Squirtle now coming up behind saying, screw it, there's only 10 seconds left. I'm going for the plays here. Let me hit a kill. Dropping hatch, shotgun in hand, swinging out. Snuggy's still managing to stay up and alive. And a run at him with a baby shotgun, but Snuggy's able to find orbital and going to hit the teabag. Defenders winning that round based off of time and time alone. But it was a very, very one-sided round in the favor of Spartans. It seems like this is what playoff games are all about. They're taking their time out now from Spartans. Looks like they may be saying, hey, let's use this as a minute, refresh the mentals, see what we can get happening. Don't hate the idea at all. However, it does suck to see because they are up on, up on momentum. Calling that timeout there only kind of slows yourself down. Let's go see if they called any reason for it in the match chat. Looks like Squirtle asked for a pause, yeah. May have had a player that needs to go do something, maybe disconnected. Either way, we're going to be using... Oh, actually, we'll probably already be into the timeout break by then. Let me open up Twitch. I'll run an ad over our pause here. Stream manager, there we go. As we arrive now back into the game, third floor bar cocktown setup. I mean, typically what you see here is just again, it's a full prevent defense. Deny any sort of play down. Keep yourselves looking solid and steady. You know, if you lose picks, maybe just rotate around to guard them. We'll see what Spartans tends to do here because, well, as we see on that last defense from them, they didn't lose a body. They didn't lose nothing. They just stayed up and kept gunning. Squirtle is now currently 10-5. A stat line like that is hard to replicate and definitely hard to beat. With them coming upstairs, though, we do have to point out, Synergy just won up here. This isn't like it's some, big new thing from Spartans. Synergy beat them once in this spot. All that being said, though, looking at the Synergy lineup, currently Pax is down 2-6. Someone who is walking that Ash, supposed to be into that top fragger position. Hoping to see his stat lines improve just a touch. I mean, I'm not going to hate. I couldn't play much better. But I'm going to see him kind of open the can of worms here and get at it. Squirtle just missing that spawn peak a little bit. We do see ITQC now going to go test his luck. He's down on the kitchen prep side. Just hiding. Waiting for somebody to come through that bakery and try and play aggressive. And it is a very, honestly, heavy off-site play. It could be a fast attack here if Synergy did the prep work, knew the drones, and knew how to push this one. As we already see Hugo down here trying to get active through Cigar. Everyone else kind of droning in, playing around, not really making those forward attempts towards him, but now here comes Snuggies. And that will be orbital picked. ITQC looking like he wants to maybe make a jump out attempt here. Noct still holding Cocktail down. Has players just absolutely everywhere all around him. Hugo missing the grenades and the shots. There's Noct with the deagle in hand, pulling one. Snuggy's able to shut him down. C4 below from Tactical. Not able to land it. There we go. And ITQC just trying everything he can to prevent this white play. We see Squirtle finding Pax. Dizzy getting tack now. And just ITQC and Squirtle combining putting up some rounds everywhere. ITQC with a pistol, taking 2 of them. Snuggy's now left into a 1v1 as he finds Squirtle. They now know ITQC is going to be playing these white stairs. Gotta clean it out. Make some good plays forward. But with very, very limited HP on either side, this is almost going to come down to a battle of who can see who first. Impact in hand for ITQC. Runs across, gets himself some good land advantage. You don't have to worry about coming up these white stairs now, and you give yourself a couple more angles to swing. Snuggies, however, is pressing forward. Stands into a beeper. That is ITQC's, notice of, hey, he is up on you. Swinging around, gunshots, but ITQC walks away with a pick there as Snuggies will go down. Oh, where's my mouse at? Now, third set of bans rolling in here. Who are you going to get rid of? I mean, there has really been no massive thorn in the side operators this whole game. I mean, I don't know who you'd want to count there as your thorn in the side. Azami Grim? Yeah, I could see that. The Azami has been very powerful in these defenses' hands. Spartans making a mockery out of Synergy for the most part with a couple of these rounds that they're pulling, where you're seeing guys pull the Desert Eagle out and run right at you. However, Synergy is not a team you want to taunt all that often because they do have a lot of that gun power. I mean, that last round, it came down to a 1v1 that was super close, but just did not plan out the way they were hoping for. Hey, what's up, Whiskey? I see you in chat. How you doing, my man? L ads, yeah, it was during attack timeout. What's up, Richacho? Who we cheering on here? Honestly, we cheer for everybody. That's why we're here. That's why we're casting.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
If you're ever casting and you're here to just root for one team, sir, you're doing the job wrong. Sure, you may say, well, I expect this team to win. But nah, we're not here to just say, I want this team to win. I'm here to convey the game itself. I'm putting my personal feelings towards the teams at the door. Spartans have been playing one heck of a game so far. And I'm here for it. They're doing God's work. Synergy, though, is putting up one heck of a fight the whole time they can. So it is what it is. Let's see how it's going to play out. The castle's still on board, playing it upstairs. That is a good one there from Orbital. He may not be the top of the gun and kill department. However, you really have to when you have Squirtle and Knocked on your team, just doing everything they can to make sure that they put these Synergy guys down. Mind you, again, this is playoffs. There is $2 grand on the line. That is what we're all here to play for. Or not 2, it's 1.8, but I'm going to round it up because I can. With that amount of money on board, it's going to come down to some very heavy, intense plays from these teams. We do see now the defense coming in here, trying to play that more mid-floor. Dizzy eating some damage. Hugo getting a ton of damage laid onto him. And a swing around from ITQC does find Pax. Losing yet again their Ash player. Hugo's able to at least refrag and keep himself up. Just barely. Squirtle eats a ton of damage coming through here. And Hugo moving up, but hits a Capcan trap. Attack UAV. Honestly, you love to see a good Capcan play like that. They do start to get some of these walls open, and just not enough attention being paid there on the side of Hugo. However, Snuggy's trying to make us rotate up. Vertical down below, lays a ton of damage up onto him. Grandpa taken almost down, but he finds the kill on a Knocked. 3v3, but HP not in the favor of this attacking team. As I say that, Slamka lays out Orbital. And Slam has a good gun for this setup of engagement. There goes Tack. Now it is Squirtle left into a 1v3. However, if anybody can, Squirtle can. Gets a pick there onto Slamka, but Snuggies is able to shut him down and shoot the body just a little bit. I don't mind a little bit of body shooting. This is playoffs. This is where it matters. Shoot the body. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I'm sorry, XMAP. I'd love to fly in. But I'm casting the Synergy game. Sorry, XMAP. Whiskey Glitter says fair, but I'm not casting. I pick Spartans. Let's go, team. Okay, Whiskey, I see you. Spartans is, again, they're a very heavy gunplay style on the side of them with Squirtle and Noct and Tactical and IT. I mean, it's big ruler names if you pay attention to their
Defenders, protect your
RRS
bombs
stuff.
from being defused by attackers.
On the side of Synergy, which is our blue team here, they also have a lot of guys. And Whiskey Glitter says my goat Squirtle is gonna. Hey Squirtle, if you ever rewatch this cast, make sure you get that screenshot. You don't know how much that means. If you look at this Synergy team, I mean, they do have a lot of decently big Siege streamers on it. A lot of these guys have been playing competitive for quite some time, play a lot into the tourneys. I mean, everybody here, this is the D1 of competitive console for a reason. With a prize pool like this one, I'm not surprised to see these guys showing up with some good counter stacks. Looking at the defensive set now, they do have head holes, rotates, so they have to try and hold Bakery. And it looks like we're going to see, hopefully, ITQC hit a roam with that Malusi. That MP5 is a hard one to beat when you get it off sight. That's why I love it. With that being said, Slamka already trying to make the play, DMR out, and he doesn't know Squirtle rotates through. As the barrier drops, that is now Squirtle in the power position. Eliminates that barrier, escapes with his life, pretty much making that reward gadget absolutely useless for that quick moment. We'll see if Slamka falls for that again, if he's going to swing it out and take down that barrier. This playstyle that they're making has become the new norm ever since she has been added. It does make this playthrough a lot easier, but then you have to worry about people who play just like how Squirtle is playing it. Up and close and on there, not getting a good pick onto Snuggies, laying out one of the Synergy players. Down to the 4v5. Now this attack has stalled out pretty heavily, so we see the drone work coming. We do see Grandpa bringing out the Flores drones, trying to do something, but he is now out of them. Moving up, and everybody is now stacking up for this Bakery push. Slamka, however, does make the rotate back around to try and watch towards Christmas VIP, but a C4 from Squirtle gonna land and find him. Down to a 3v5. They have no map control so far. And Hugo just going in, getting active, finds one. There's an assist to find ITQC from Evil Grandpa. And now easily down to a 3v3. Hugo walking into his teammates' spray range. And now all three stacking up for Bakery push. There is no more C4s on board. However, TACUAV does still have his smoke grenades in pocket. Laying some coverage there. Orbital going to be stacking up these Wamai discs with them. They don't want anybody to be able to make a play into sight or rotate freely. But there is one for Hugo, who hits himself a 3K as Orbital's going down now. Hugo still has that F2, and nothing can beat it. 10 and 8 at the current moment. Grandpa trying to get his flashbangs in there. One of them gets caught now. Squirtle gonna find an easy pick, but Hugo finds an ace as he takes down everybody. Squirtle and everyone just getting gunned out. The lead fragger just pushing through. 5 of them down to put Synergy up to match point. I mean, it will all go onto his shoulders now, right? Hugo doing God's work in one round. I mean, that is just an insane play style from him. Oh, what's up, Patches? How you doing? Oh my God. We see Nace and I didn't even really expect him all that much. Ooh, whoever's clipping for me tonight, that is, if you can, I don't know how much of that I caught, but clip that chat. Whew. You are seriously in every game ever? Yeah, patches everywhere. That's why we love them. Now Spartans leaning into what could be their last defense of this map. Setting up down here, trying to hold the kitchen out. I mean, honestly, it worked, except you've seen Hugo pull an ace out of nowhere and just do amazing things. Alright, gotta go type a message. There we go.
Magnet deployed. Razor wire ready.
This defense now setting up pretty similar to what we've seen before. If they allow Hugo to get it in there and pull another ace on his hands, things could get ugly. However, now you know he's feeling confident. With confidence comes cockiness, and that's one thing these tournament players tend to fall victim to, is their own mental. When they get in there, they overswing things. They play like everything is on the line, but at the same time, nothing is on the line. You know, they don't care all that much about what happens to them as long as they're in there trying to look good. And that is 9 times out of 10 why you will see a lot of these players die to stupid plays. Moving upstairs, we do have Squirtle playing on the red stairs, shoddy in hand, and he is immediately just going to say, you know what, this really isn't worth it. Dropping back down to safety. They aren't really trying to hold or aggress against the vertical. However, C4 is up, lands just behind Snuggie. Snuggie's going to be dancing right over top of Squirtle. Damage coming down, not going up. And left, you know, about 80 HP there for Squirtle. That would be a massive pick from the side of Synergy if they can get rid of the one-man army that is pretty much leading this Spartans team to victory. I mean, he has knocked up here helping him out. But so far, Squirtle has been a force to reckon with. The vertical play is made from Synergy. Pax, however, starting to make his play up through the white side. And he just slips into sight. Finds a free ITQC who's not paying any attention. Has nobody else around him. And now, with sight locked down, here comes Orbital for the re-swing. Free and easy kills. What do you expect? Just trading back and forth to one another. Man, what a good round there. And Snuggies will find Nock, even though he is blinded out by those Fenrirs. But there's a lot of damage coming out now. Snuggies left down to about 50. Orbital found by Slamka. Slamka going in, getting active, leaving Squirtle at 1. Pistol out, running at him, takes him down. 2 kills on him. Tac UAV sneaking his way into Freezer. Finds a free one for Snuggies. Has the Ash coming up behind him. Has Hugo also out there laying rounds, letting him rip. Dizzy Grandpa still out in main corridor. And they have now Tac UAV pinned in. And we will see Synergy pull map 1 into their favor. Walking away with a stellar game. Carried on by some good stat lines. I mean, Pax 3 and 9 maybe wasn't the hottest, but still did some good work there. We will flip back to here while we prep it up for that next map. I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, so far, thank you all for coming out here. This has been one heck of a series, and we're expecting a lot more as we go. These two teams are ready to gun out. Now let's flip over here to map poll, take a look. Map 2 will be Clubhouse on the night. Let me just go update this. This is a best of 3 with Synergy pulling 1 into their favor as Cafe went, I believe that was at 7-5. Update all those standings. And we're now noticing a little bit of an issue here. It seems as if, that's a big if, Synergy lost one of their players and is not able to get someone to replace him. Who went down? Slamka, Snuggies, Hugo, Pax. They lost one. Trying now to find a 5th and not able to do it yet. It's going to be a big question mark if they do. So we're going to take a brief intermission, I think, while they try and hunt somebody else down to fill his spot. We will see what happens. I'll be right back, chat. Alrighty, welcome back. As you guys join me in here. Come on, get out of the way. For yet another match. Map 2 coming up here. We're all ready to go, I believe. Waiting on maybe one or two more people. But the lobby is set. Ready for this game. I'm ready. I just got back. We do have NBA Gino in. We have Freeway Acid. We got all kinds of people in here now. Different lineups. And they're chatting still about rehosting rounds. Oh my. We may have to call an admin into this chat. Yeah, there was a swap out now for the side of Spartans. They brought NBA Gino in. Over on the side of Synergy, they still don't have a fifth, and they actually appear to have lost one more. Now they have Freeway Acid in. Ladies and gentlemen, there has just been player swap after player swap, and I'm not sure what we're doing about it. Map 2 is going to look like an entirely different roster than what we've seen for Map 1's. And we're still waiting on these teams to decide what they're going to do. Now, looking at this, it is 7-5 went into the favor of Synergy on that last map. Clubhouse plays almost entirely different, but entirely the same. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. With Clubhouse, you tend to see a lot of more side over pushes. Different than the style of cafes, but you do see the similarity pushing top of red stairs compared to well pushing the other top of red stairs. However, vertical is more of an execute style for cafe. Clubhouse vertical is not a necessity. However, it does make your job a lot easier. Sorry about the silence, that's me typing. Yeah, everybody is in this match chat now. Well, not the match chat, in the actual game chat here.
You should accidentally start the game and then rehost.
Yeah, we still can't add someone, bro.
Yeah, that means that you'd have to 4v5.
Yeah, why do you think I'm... Bro, I'd rather give them, like, up 4-0, right? And then we actually have a chance of coming back than just giving them the whole map.
I completely
Like, use
agree.
your brain, bro. Yo, my
Yo,
team's a
I
bunch of,
need
like,
rounds.
wuss. Huh?
I need rounds, bro.
Why are you telling him? Tell the... whatever.
If this retard who gets carried by Erpin isn't giving us rounds, like...
Yo, carried by Urban? Like, what?
That's low-key
I have
comp
seen
rage,
you
mate.
get
I'm not gonna
carried
lie.
by Urban.
And now has spilled over to the match.
And now Monker joins.
Yo, can we get Monker?
Kill yourself. In GTA.
Alright.
Gino.
They're arguing about round count.
Yeah, it's king.
Spartans are saying they deserve to have 3-0.
Got him
61
on
penis.
speed dial.
I guess I have him on speed dial.
Yo, Gino, can I
should've
slide
been
you
s-
15 to like
Yo,
swap teams?
should have been started by 15 minutes, 4v5 or not. So start the game.
Okay, we're for 4v5.
Oh, it was supposed to be 15 minutes ago, so it
Looks
should be a
like it'll be a
4v4.
4v5 as we go into Clubhouse. One minute. There we go. You join me back here in the middle of the band phase. With a mouthful of peanut butter. Kaid and Maverick are gone. Getting rid of that main Maverick trick that you tend to see happen along the CC side wall. Kaid, he is a nuisance to breach against, and he makes that basement almost untouchable. Following that in, you get rid of the Azami and the Ace. Chug a bunch of water. How I can make this game playable. With the Azami Ace bans, that tends to lead more into that, you know, still want to keep the Heart Breachers off. Ace has arguably the best Heart Breacher gadget in the game. And banning the Azami out, well, she's just really good at what she does. An annoyance map saving
Attackers need to
operator.
locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Starting here in the 4v5, for the most part, I mean, in my professional opinion, means you're gonna have to hope and pray to see Synergy get that opening pick pretty much every round. And right now, I don't know if they will or not. They have kind of struggled with that time and time there. But now, this is where it all matters. You gotta get that opening pick. You gotta set yourself up for live count. Hope and pray that you guys are able to lock it in and play it through. What I'm really interested in, though, is you see NBA Gino coming in here. This man, he has been a legend in the community for a while. Kind of appears like a Pokemon, disappears shortly after, you know. One of them good legendaries that fly around. And let's see what kind of difference he's going to make as he immediately sets himself to that Vigil Rune up on the strip side. With this starting as a basement play, though, you are down on that Kaid. Makes these hatches a lot easier to play for. Snuggy's going to be taking full advantage of that as soon as he can. Everybody is bunkering in except for Gino, who's going to be playing a little bit aggressive. Again, still strip hold. Expect him to play for these late game flanks. Slam Cut Snuggies are all chilling and in. Pack's going to be droning down. They don't have anybody droned or set up now to try and find Gino, though. Who, again, still chilling strip. Not moving, not giving up. We do see the drones finally start heading back his direction. But Acid doesn't go all the way far enough back. And the prep now to drop down the memo hatch with no contention going back that other way. They have no guns up, even facing towards them. They don't have any vertical picks yet. They do start getting that floor ripped open. But right now, things just aren't looking the most pretty for this setup. The defense has good positioning. What we need to pay attention to now is still Squirtle. He's going to be chilling in that escape tunnel side. TAC UAV covering through a punch hole with the Mira just missing the shoulder there of Snuggies, and that is now your Heart Breacher who's trying to go in. C4 miss from Squirtle. NBA Gino set up now for the strip club move over. Still has yet to push. TAC UAV finding one pick. Freeway still trying to aggress down. Pax watching, covering his boy. And Slamka going to be trying for these drones. They are now down by 2 bodies to start this round out. Haven't even seen really anybody on the defense. And NBA Gino now up, roaming around, getting in behind. Knock finding Slamka. Gino going to sprint straight down in, getting a pick on the freeway, and Knock will find Pax as Synergy go down the first round of map 2. Things for this Synergy side, I believe, are starting to fall apart. You know, you lost Evil Grandpa, who was one of your main pillars of that carry, that win con coming forward. With him off board, you do have Freeway come in, that he should be an okay replacement, but you'd almost rather have Evil with you. That way you guys know what you have in that team. You know that progress forward. Take a drink. Flip it back into the game.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
What I'm interested to see now is how are they going to make this adaptation? I mean, you know you're down on lives, and you bring in NBA Gino, who is a usual certified gunner, someone who will love to swing for his life without a care in the world. Because why does it really matter to him? He's retired with a Hall of Fame level career on it anyway. So he's just swinging nuts in hand. Might as well have fun while he's here, you know what I mean? Synergy needs to make some sort of adaptation now to match some of that aggression.
10 seconds.
Flipping over here, it is a full CC side extension. Knocked going to be playing as their castle. TAC UAV up on the bend to deny these walls.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
And Squirtle looks like he may be hitting a shallow roam, at least playing down in that bottom lounge area as the Fenrir. Now this Fenrir off-site, he does have some good utility to keep himself up in the matter of that MP7 that he rocks. Nothing is really that much better. I mean, all these Defender guns are pretty solid for what they are, and they are definitely hard to beat. Let's flip through this attack. Already looks like they're going to be playing up roof, taking some control. Want to go for the CC side. Slamka is already in, going deep, hitting one of the many ash charges that he has up through the floor to open up the ground, and retreats back down to garage. The Fenrir now is alerted. Squirtle trying to make the play forward. He heard him and retreats up red almost immediately. The fuse charges out. They have the live pings. Wall bang for Slamka. Snuggies does find Knocked, but he goes down. And that is an easy kill there as Squirtle picks it up. Now on to the 2v4. Pax and Freeway got to unite and take some kills, at least 2 apiece, to bring them out of this deficit and give them at least a round back into this game. Ladies and gentlemen, I think tonight we're going to be seeing more than likely all 3 maps, because this one is already looking like I should put it in the books for Spartans. I mean, Synergy down a life right now, not playing like a whole unit like we seen them on that first game. However, Freeway Acid hits a beautiful headshot on a Gino, taking him down. The reinforce off there coming. That is now Con locked out. Pax going to be making his way over. They do still have fuse charges. They do still have some thermites. And these two have got to make this clear coming forward. Main wall now coming open. Squirtle was laying right there next to it. He is dipping out, though, faster than you've ever seen. TAC UAV, Squirtle, both making that rotation now, trying to take into Jim's side. Both of them are stacking up heavy onto one another. ITQC, though, is playing rat position. Has good control still of Logi. Heart Breach coming out. No droning being done. I really don't blame him here. Pax running forward, coming through Con. Let it be known, but there's ITQC coming up. Quick jump up, take a pick. There goes Freeway now. Pax left into a 1v3. It is still clutchable for him. He has that thermite AR. However, it becomes a monumentous task against them. Flashbang goes, but we see the pipe get shot. I believe that was an impact to do it. What you doing, Scoots? What are you doing? Apparently my cat was locked in my room with me now. We see defense number 3 going down to CCTV. Now, if they manage to walk away with a clean 3 split on their side, expect another sweep around for another 3. Typically, I mean, Zach Vexel is the one who pointed this out to me. Most defenses, if you can walk away with 3 that are extremely dominant, the next 3 right after that will tend to fall right into place just like it, and you just get yourself into that 3 rotation. However, there is a ban phase right after this round. They could shake the game up just a little bit, whether you're playing to get rid of the Fenrir or the Castle. Something has got to give and change the way this game is being played out. However, I think what Synergy really needed right now was that 5th player back on their team. Starting every round, already down a pick, pretty much giving them open pick every single game or every single round. It's a hard thing to come back from.
Tech's conducting reviews. I trust you to keep it as clean as possible, Flash.
Now the SSG hold coming out and knockdown here. It is a great stylist setup. However, I do miss the Castle ACOG that used to play it. And Squirtle going to be hard aggressing for barrage control. They are droning him out. They do know he's there. He does have a free rotate out at least. I believe that his main wall, though, already opened up by Pax. No, almost. I believe that was stopped by an impact. The impact tricks have been a beautiful, beautiful idea from the Pro League community. NBA Gino eats a ton of damage as he's now sitting there in position to try and stop it. Snuggies is the one in coverage of it. And there goes both thermite charges. ITQC will go down for it. Freeway picking that one up. Evening live count out now. But you do still have to deal with Noct, who's going to be just down here playing aggressive. He is taking down a rush in there. Freeway getting him. TAC UAV playing up above now. Thinks that he is all free and clear to swing with this clash. However, Slamka's right there watching for him. Down to the 2v4 now. Squirtle gonna wide swing out here for the con window. Giving that up, but as he sprints across, they have the mirror popped open. That was how they hit these impact tricks. Gino now trying to play up on it. Sluggies is playing right outside, and a swing from Gino will land him a kill. And there goes one of your forwardmost people. Now down to the 2v2 here. Squirtle from a long angle to find Freeway. And Pax into a 1v2. Pax has been left to clutch so many of these rounds. And really, I don't think right now he has the weapon to do so. Playing against a very, very good MP7, as well as that SMG-12. Thermite's AR just doesn't quite put the rate of fire out to get these easy picks. He is trying to spray towards Squirtle. He has really no in-depth information on where these defenders are chilling at. And he's also got to battle out that Mira that NBA Gino is playing right behind. He will get the flash to stick, but he's not going to swing off it with 40 seconds. Not a lot of plays really to be made, and I got a feeling we're going to see a 3-0 split at the first quarter going in the favor of Spartans. The sprinting with a pistol at least lands him a ton of damage there on a Squirtle, but he doesn't take him out. I was not ready for the 45 minutes of rehost. Like, not ready at all. Mary and Hibana both now coming off board. That pretty much closes it out. You have no easy way to combat some of these tricks these defenses have been pulling. However, they do get rid of that Mira to at least stop some of that impact trick that they did pull that first round. Or that last round, sorry. But maybe a little bit too late, you know. Maybe the Kaid could have stayed on. Impact EMPs are a thing in this game for a reason. He's an easy one to counter and get rid of the trick of. Typically, Mira tends to land higher up on the trend, you know, getting rid of her. She's a very, very sought after, banned after operator.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Playing down here now for basement. As you guys could tell, Spartans did win it on their last playthrough down here. It's going to be a battle of Hal this time. They do have NBA Gino setting up for the Valkyrie plays. Scoots, what are you doing? Hey, quit doing all that. Sorry, he's staring at me like I'm an idiot right now. Yeah, you do have the Valkyrie in play this time now instead of the Vigil. She does a very good job at gathering intel, and having a C4 in hand just makes her all that much better. But this time they do get the comms and pings onto him that he rotates away. Or at least there was a camera parked there. They may not have seen him actually rotate out. We see NBA Gino now chilling over his strip side. Slamka just missing the back of ITQC by about a millimeter. That jump through was wild, just not one that lands. Squirtle not going to be going back out to play in the dirt tunnel. Again, we start every single round. Here's a 4v5, which is an absolute killer if you were cheering on Synergy. Pax making the plays in. He wants to find NBA Gino. Rotating around, both of them swinging towards one another. Cameras are set up onto Gino. He knows right where he's playing. And Gino trying to aggressive swing, doesn't quite know where Pax is at in this room. Tried swinging to swing him deep, however Pax is playing close. Slamka eating some damage up here on stage. He's got smoke up on him. TAC UAV getting the kill, getting the down. Out he goes. And now Pax trying to find his Valkyrie. NBA Gino making the smart play, opening up a hole for himself. He can now see a little bit further around. Gives himself somewhere else to swing from. And he has bought so much time for his team and keeping Pax occupied. No plays have been made yet to remove TAC UAV out of bar. NBA Gino has a camera up now. Spots up, knows Pax is close, pre-fires for one another. Snuggy's finding TAC UAV. At least there's a pick going in Synergy's direction. They're still down a body already. And Pax and Gino seem to just want to keep this 1v1 fight going. However, Snuggies moves up and moves in. The call is not made of, hey, here's where Gino is at. And Snuggies not looking in the right spot. Finds him anyway, though. Taking him down to a 3v3. Synergy put themselves in a winning position before. Tries to put themselves into another one now. A minute left on this clock. They do have main hatches open. And Snuggies going to be making the play down the bottom main stairs. Grenade out from Snuggies. Really didn't go far nor deep. However, they're pinging out where all these Malusi traps are. Hoping to get rid of all of them to make their lives a lot easier. But Pax now out of his Twitch drones. Not a whole lot in store there. Fenrir making the play coming out of dirt tunnel. ITQC still chilling back in blue. However, the player that they need to aggress and push out quick will be knocked. Get control of that memo. However, hatch is still closed above them. They have no way to open it either. Squirtle taken down. Triple kill from Snuggies. Freeway finds ITQC. Is now knocked into the 1v. Synergy bring the round back, and they go 1-3 right now in the split. At least pulling one round in their favor so they can't say it was a bad game. One thing we're throwing props to Synergy on. However, attacking a man down is a lot harder to do than defending a man, or a lot easier to do than defending a man down. When you're a man down on defense, expect, honestly, some extremely heavy push plays from that attack. And Spartans, as we have seen time and time again, do not let up. They are relentless when it comes to hard pushing. Honestly, this is some stellar gameplay, though, from both teams, even if we are down a man.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Take a drink there. We now move upstairs into round 5. Look at the scoreboard. Freeway playing very, very well. Slamka and Pax both seem like they don't even want to be here right now. And I mean, this is the $2,000 playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to be here. You need to show up. For Synergy to not have a player and have to 4v5 this map is honestly a wild thing to me. This is kind of where the issues of egos flaring up come into play. With all that being said, we do see a 4-man stack spawn up coming now. Hard CCTV side push. Snuggy's going to be playing there. Hard breach operator wants to try and get this wall for his team. However, TAC UAV, our bandit player, is making sure that cannot happen. But they don't have anybody playing down below. And that is quickly found out as Slamka goes in there getting active. Finds it. However, Pax jumps through. Finds Squirtle on secret stairs. Free, easy pick for the Solus as she now runs away, chattering, giddy, happy as can be. Main wall will come open, and they swing in from Slamka. He has the Warden, but not able to take him down. That top red shield is a hard one to beat. They don't have any utility to really even stop the play that Slamka wants to make. But as we see NBA Gino try and reposition, Freeway finds him, Squirtle finds Freeway. Sluggies goes down to ITQC, and ITQC takes Slamka down. That shotgun, the Remington is just too good. I mean, thing is like a sniper rifle, and when all those pellets land ahead, it doesn't matter that much. As we now come out of this half, a 4-2 split is really all you can ask for if you're attacking here. Clubhouse is always laid to the 50-50 standard of every map. What's up, kitty? Oh, you need... Okay, hold on. I know what you need. There you go. Sorry. I need to get a cat door installed in that doorway. I know they sell them on Amazon.
Attackers need to
Why is it a
locate and defuse
4v5?
bombs.
Well, put it nicely. They lost one guy because he realized the Jevin wasn't playing for the Spartans team. He said, if the Jevin's not playing, I don't even want to play. I only want to play this game to play against him. So he leaves. I don't know why the other player left on Synergy, but he was replaced by Freeway Acid. So it was just kind of an ego thing. They let their egos get the better of them, said, hey, we're not playing then if this is the case. Now, Synergy, they also were struggling with availability all day before this. Didn't even know if the map or game was going to be played. Because they only had, I think, one person who actually wanted to play tonight. Now, again, my thing with that all comes down to, we take $1,800 or $2,000 prize pool. Where are the teams at, you know? Why are your players not interested in playing? Squirtle and Snuggies battling it out, trading blasts, but we do see Squirtle pick the kill. Once again, a first pick in his team's favor. And now Squirtle up to 7-1. 1 HP left, sure. But you just turned this into a 3v5 off the rip. And then Pax, who's currently 0-4. We got Slamcut 1-5. Synergy may have fallen apart for this map too. And I want to see what adjustments they can make for map 3. This is not quite a write-off of a map yet. However, things are not looking all that good for him. ITQC still holding up this top stock room. He does have Slamka right outside his door. Freeway Acid moving up with him. They need to make this play forward with one another. Pax, though, trying to aggress main stairs. Will find TAC UAV. Slamka very, very hurt. And ITQC gets away scot-free. Not a lick of damage on him. Gino, though, holding a long angle to watch the doors coming in. I believe they may have him droned out or something. Either way, Slamka goes down. Free, easy pick for the side of Spartans. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. And Pax is trying to move himself forward. They need to get this revive off onto him to make it better for their team. However, they don't even have any C4s to try and stop anything early. Revive does hit, but here comes the impacts. A second earlier, that could have been a kill. Squirtle holding close with shotgun. Now, as everybody starts to stack up, the shotgun's going to land. There is a free one onto Slamka, getting rid of that ram. Now a 2K up for Squirtle. Pax sneaking his way in around sight. Has it all under control. Finds that kill on the Squirtle, shutting him down. At least that ends his reign of terror. Freeway hot drops himself down the memo hatch. Coming in, he has the fuser in hand. He's got to get the Pax to plant. Pax making the aggressive swing up here. Has the back of knocked. Finds him. But a drop down memo from NBA. Lands the kill on the Freeway. Using those explosive pipes, ITQC shutting Pax down. If we go 5-1 in the split, which for a 4v5 isn't too bad. However, this is not the end that you want to be on if you're down a man. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups horrible. Alright, I need to grab myself a drink. Maybe some whiskey will calm that down. Or no, that's vodka. Yeah, well, I don't know why I said whiskey. I meant Whitney. But the Blitz and the Kaid off board. Again, they're trying to nullify the aggression of Spartans that they know is coming. Getting rid of Knock, that pretty much target bans Squirtle's main off the board. Now, he's probably going to have to pick up a gun, and with NBA Gino here, we know he's a certified Ash main. Squirtle going to result back now onto that F2 of Twitch. And this defense, it's going to be a basement one to start. Hopefully not a heavy roam. As I say that, we do see Slamka pull a vigil. Solus jump in for the Freeway. And hey, I got a resub from Brax, who's on a 7th month streak. Holy crap. That is quack, Brax. That is quack. I mean, these teams are not playing too bad. The scoreline may not show it. The stat lines definitely don't show it. But I think a lot of this scoreboard shows based off the 4v5 situation. When you start down the pick, you already lose a lot of that ability to control map and take space like you want. Now, I'm interested to see what we see Slamka do here. He's going to be pulling out, hopefully, a good Vigil roam. But what I've seen a couple of teams do in recent memory, I believe I just seen it watching the Munich Major. They actually pulled a Vigil and left him sit on site because he can hide around wherever he wants to play those ratty snake plays in sight, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't get the live pings. You can't find him anywhere. But it looks like Slamka will be using this to go up on a 1-6 roam to maybe boost that KD up a little bit. Now, we've seen CC do this the other night with Vizsla. He was, not shooting the greatest, not playing the hottest, and they put him onto the Vigil in a hope that, hey, you've got some good guns. Let's give you something to shoot at. So you can swing them instead of them swinging you. It takes the reactions a little bit off of yourself. Is this like an official tourney or something? I've never seen this. Yeah, dude, this is registered on Liquipedia. They are a console-only league. However, if you join the 410s Calm Pub, which I think should run here, if not, send me a DM on Twitch and I will get back to you with a link to it. It's going to have all the links to every tournament, whether it be PC, console, everything, all the leagues, everything. I want to build a hub for the whole Siege community since, Ubisoft doesn't want to give us one. Watching here, NBA Gino already sneaking his way into blue. Comes up behind Snuggies. Easy first pick. Scared of the guy Dirt. However, Pax. Good pincer maneuver with Freeway. Getting that down. But you still have to realize you are down a body even after getting a pick returned in your favor. If Spartans want to, they can just play the trade game. As I say that, though, we have Squirtle sitting in a corner typing or something. With the vertical now opened up by ITQC, Slamka, who is still on roam, has the advantage here. They have to know he's there, though, but I don't think he's even shuffled or moved from this position now. Pax trying to watch up. C4 at the ready. He has one still in pocket. let's flip over to Slamka. He does have his vigil activated. They know he's going to be playing close, shuffling down the stairs. He wants to find a swing on for this ram. Instead, he is electing getting out of there. Back to safety. He at least makes a good team play there. I mean, he had the hero moment if he wanted it. Choosing to play just a little bit smarter. ITQC now slinking his way down main stairs. Coming in here trying to get some swings around. But this barbed wire is going to be absolutely annoying to deal with. The ace starting to open up the main walls. But we see Slamko find Squirtle taking him out. There's Knock though with a refrag. Knocked down going in. Finding Slam. Packs into the 1v3. He is still watching up above. He is scared of what can happen. However, he's got everybody on his left here in the ram. Trying to make the advancement forward. TAC UAV going for the plant. Pack swinging out. Finds a pick there. Ram is down. And now what can he do? He is locked far from sight with a lot of long angles to cover it. And he only has that SMG-12 in hand versus 2 ARs with ACOGs at range. TAC UAV trying to get aggressive. Knock swinging around. Trying to swing with him. And Pax now bringing him into his range, but TAC UAV is able to shut him down and go to match point. As we could see a 7-1 in the favor of Spartans, and I hope that Synergy is able to pull a 5th. Patch got the Liquipedia link at the ready. Patch, you were a godsend, my man. You were a godsend. Now we move into what could be the final round of the game here. Dokkaebi Thermite on board so far. Gonna be a gym bedroom hold. We see Pax bringing out the Warden. Snuggies going for the Vigil. Again, a hard room style of play. Are these a lot of champs? Is there some emerald and things? Honestly, yeah, we do have some like division separating stuff where there could be emeralds in that in play that you just wouldn't be in the D1 tournament side of things. I highly recommend you try and get in on the community because we could always use some more players.
As many bombs as they can.
And it looks like Pax is AFK, Slamka's AFK. So we're going to pay attention to Solus and see how she wants to set up and where she wants to go. What I like about seeing, I mean, they're not swapping operators off that much. They're bringing pretty much the same lineups they've been sticking to. And now, yes, in the grand scheme of things, maybe not the best idea. Your down body is blah, blah, blah. But you still have, you know, that good ability to do whatever you need to do. We go to my custom commands. Make sure I have the 410s comp hub thing set up. I do. And that should play through here in a moment. I'll just copy and paste that in either way. As this round starts, we have Freeway, who is playing a little bit aggressive now, up trying to take a fight here for Jim almost immediately. Drone's coming by. He runs out, finds an opening pick on a Gino, evening live count out. That is the type of synergy plays that we want to see. But a long swing from Pax as he taps the head of ITQC. And they let him get away with it. Now, for the first time in a long time, we see live count in the favor of Synergy. Not something that this team has done all that often. Slamka trying to play aggressive now towards this opening of the wall. But they've got drains absolutely everywhere. And Squirtle will go down. We did see Snuggies just get dropped. TAC UAV going to be opening up now for the construction side. Runs straight in. Takes over control of Logi. And he is now going deep. Has Pax on him. Pax goes down. Now Slamka and Freeway in a 2v1. And they're both stacked up. Blows the pipe. TAC UAV is now scared of his Logi plays. These two are stacked onto one another. Deep shots going. Freeway trying to play close with shotgun, and Slamka takes TAC down. Now 2-6. The dreaded comeback. If Synergy gains momentum in a 4v5, this could, you know, go fully in their favor, as there's not enough time really for a recovery and comeback of Spartans. But that's assuming that Synergy is able to lock it in and bring that forward. I'm interested to see how they continue on playing. I mean, that was some aggression that they really haven't brought all that much up until that last round, because they know they were down on lives. I think they figured, hey, screw it, we're down. Let's put our nuts in our hands and go flying around these corners. Doing just that. Oh.
Attackers
some
need
good
to locate
plays.
and defuse as many bombs.
One heck of a defense. Now we're coming down here for the basement, set up and hold.
Reloading!
Did you see on Twitch? This looks like a ranked game where people play frag ops. I can promise you, not every game looks like that. The only reason you're seeing that right now is because Synergy are trying to dig themselves out of a hole that they're in, being down a body. On the side of Spartans, that would be our orange team. They're playing a lot of heavy frag offs because that has always been their play style. We're going to see more and more of that as this night goes on, though, at least if it stays to the 4v5, because they now have the ability to just play for picks. They don't need to play utility. And with that being said, even your frag operators have that utility in pocket. We see Pax saying that good aim by me. Welcome to the chat, Pax. That was some insane aim, my guy. Because I think you're just now seeing that headshot. Pax appears to have woken up for the night, ladies and gentlemen. He is now up to 6 and 7. Get your jokes in now while you can. Let's see what our orange team, our Spartans, are able to do about this. Gino trying to play flashy. Look at him hitting those 360s. We got Snuggies coming up central stairs, though. Gonna be swinging, finding NBA Gino. First pick once again for Synergy. Has the ram right there. Pax going down to the vertical, though. Losing that body immediately has gotta hurt just a bit. I mean, they do get the refrag, don't get me wrong, but there's Freeway coming up now, setting the tone for a double kill. Taking down both Knocked and, I believe that was Squirtle. A good rotate around for him, a smart heads-up play. Swinging around, TAC UAV, putting rounds through from stage, trying to get him out of there. ITQC moving up, but it looks like IT may go and try and play for down into the stairway. TAC UAV gonna flash out, slam, but slams right there. SMG in hand, finding the kill. ITQC now has sight. Everybody else is off up above. Hatch is still soft and free. Dropping Hatch, a drop shot from Snuggy's not able to land it. Only lays a little bit of damage. Plays like this could cost them the night. And Slamka attempting the wall bang. There's Freeway to take him down. Then momentum shift or Synergy back locked in. Things could go nuts here. And that was quite the play from them. I mean, they did throw a body, but they at least kept themselves active and in this competition. Freeway locking up now to 11 and 6. Looking on fire. This whole team looking like they may have got their swagger back and doing some amazing plays with it. Next set of bands coming out here. What's it going to be? Because there was no thorn in the side operators. No one that was really, we got to get rid of him. Maybe the Vigil, honestly, I could see getting pulled off board here. If Synergy managed to lose momentum here in this 4v5, things could go wild. This would be an upset alert. The Monty being banned, then the Mira getting off board. That Mira, that Vector has been very, very good to these defenders. It's going to be interesting to see how they play it out. It's hot in here. Is that blue set up the tech or what? What blue set up?
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many.
Now a defense coming up here for the CC side of the map. They do have, again, still a man disadvantage, but so far that hasn't seemed to bother them. They just figured, hey, 2 picks means 1 opening pick. We'll take that in a heartbeat. Doing what they can to keep themselves competitive. Setting up now. The Azami is on board, and she's going to stay on board. She's a hard operator to beat. Pax being left to his Warden and Warden activities. That SMG-12 has treated him well so far. Freeway locking it in now with this Vigil. I'm expecting a heavy roam out of him because he has seemed to still keep bringing it. Even after, being down that body, he doesn't care all that much. That is his job, and he's going to do it right. A spawn peek underway here. He's got 3 of them going at him. I guess that's still an SMG, but it's not a machine pistol version of one coming out. He is prepping the jump out. And this could be ugly, but as he goes for it, Gino is right there to find him. Now you are not only down by 1, but you are down by 2. You lose your vigil. That's your back pressure gone. Main wall will come open. The fire is there, though, from the Goyo to at least deny an instant run-in. And what you need to be scared of is this Blackbeard. But Snuggies is able to find one there onto Squirtle. And he is now still just going to keep playing down towards lounge side, retreating back up red stairs, giving up that little bit of room that they had. Our defenders are now sticking to this roof a little bit. NBA Gino dropping down out of there with that Blackbeard. Expect him to maybe try and aggress up. But a shotgun kill from Pax and a run out from Snuggies, giving them life advantage. Once again, Noct going to just come jump in straight for control of the construction side. And TAC UAV making the plays for main wall. Could Synergy be selling their attack just a little bit here? TAC UAV will get that pick there onto Snuggies. Loses a lot of HP for it, though. And a run out from Pax to try and even it up. Instead, he goes down now. Slam cut left in a 1v2 situation. Rappel up right next to him. He knows he's going to be aggressed here soon. That is TAC UAV. The B's coming in. He runs up, tries to fight Noct with the pistol coming out. It's going to be a pistol battle. Deagle out, and it matters as Slam cut shuts him down. 4-6. We see 3 rounds in a row for Synergy. What a kill. Just to put 2 of them down with a Desert Eagle. Please, somebody clip that. Oh my god. What an absolutely insane play from them. I think Synergy found their swagger. They're back in this. This is still winnable for them. Oh my god. Whew. I was not expecting that. I seen they had him pinched in there. I thought, well, this is it. We're going map 3 immediately. No. Synergy just wants to hang on a little bit longer, and they do so perfectly. I don't think Synergy's ready to lay it down. I think Synergy's ready to keep it going. Looking in here, still the 4v5. Of course, they can't even pick up a 5th. But man, I'm betting they're saying, hey, if we had our 5th guy, we could have won more than 1 attack. We could have been already done with this game into the next, I think, semifinals. But instead, we still have another map to play. Maybe, depending on how this one goes. Oh my goodness. Gym bedroom hold coming. They are doing a little bit of setup work now. Reinforcements going up absolutely everywhere. Looks like they're going to be doing a normal extension out now for the CC side of the map. Locking it down to hold it tight. Snuggy's still setting up now for that balcony. Will we see Pax rip another mile off headshot with that SMG-12?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
That's the question. If he rips another one here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to need to do a console check on that man. Whew. I'm kidding with that. We know everybody here is, yeah, well, they're legit. That's why we all moved to comp instead of just playing ranked. We're tired of the cheaters. Everybody comes to playing some competitive play. There's real world money on the line. There is an $1,800 prize pool for this league, or it's $2,000. It's one of the two, but it is a big prize pool. What we are all excited for as we're wrapping our way up through. This is a quarterfinals. Semifinals are next week, and oh, the money is within arm's reach for every one of these. Drones are coming in. ITQC now has a little bit of an imagination on where these guys are. It is a triple stack up. Squirtle going to be taking advantage, running in immediately. We do see NBA Gino go down. More picks all around there. Slamka fries him. Slamka going down now, down to a 2v3. But Squirtle has control of that bathroom side. Snuggies finds another one there, shutting him down. Now Squirtle left into a 1v3. Swing around from Snuggies, not able to land. But he is running low on ammo. Pax and Freeway both stacked up. Squirtle being forced down the central stairs just a little bit. And Pax going to be trying for a hot swing here. However, what you got to watch for is that is a Blackbeard playing close. Not a whole lot of ammo left for him. Squirtle taken down by Pax. And this is the comeback that we were waiting on, ladies and gentlemen. One more round sends us to OT. One more round gives Synergy their chance. They're currently at a 4-1 split for their defenses. Maybe that's all they needed. I thought for sure defense was going to be the crippling of the 4v5. It turns out they just crutch harder into one another, pull back a little bit sooner than they usually do, and their defenses have not missed a beat. This game is going absolutely nuts with the comeback. This is inspirational. However,
Attackers need to
all this
locate and
inspiration,
defuse as many
it still
bombs as
comes
they
down to
can.
this round here. How do they play this out? If Spartans win this round, we go to map 3 no matter what. If Synergy managed to pull this round in their favor, they could end this one for the night. Or, well, yeah, they give themselves the opportunity. They still have to play through overtime. You know, Synergy wants to do that. They don't want to risk going to a map 3. Because, man, map 3 is always where momentums are just entirely differentiated from what they were to start it out. That first map, it was a good battle between the two. And as Sergeant Sty says, they could have definitely had a better chance with that 5th, especially because they're still holding it down. Buddy, let me tell you, right now they're doing more than holding it down. They have shifted momentum into their favor, started pulling round after round. And, I mean, a lot of that has to do with the fact that Pax, Slam, and Stuggies have all warmed up, are playing extremely hot, looking amazing throughout this map. At least after once they go into their defenses. And it's going to come down to how, you know, everything plays out this one more round. Not quite as aggressive as I say that. We do see Freeway, who is up, ready to spawn peek from out of that little, I don't know what you want to call this, freezer. And he's got one walking right up on him. Swings straight into NBA Gino. First pick now into the favor of Spartans. All this could be for naught as they are down by 2 bodies. Slamka still up on this little attempted roam. Sluggy's going to long swing it. Gino is right there, though. Gino is a knife edge to these guys. However, as I'm saying that, Pax will find a pick there onto Squirtle, getting rid of one of their top fraggers. Running back now, Gino lays some rounds into Pax, but Slamka now playing close. They have each other's cover, and there they go as NBA Gino slices his way through to go 7-5 on map 2 into Spartans' favor. Now map 3 will be coming up right after this one, but these two teams have been keeping this game extremely close. Congratulations to Synergy on that 4v5. They carried that game way longer than what we all thought it would. Map 3 should be an interesting one, especially if they manage to get a 5th in here to finish out the game, or finish out the night. We swap back to this now as we prep and ready to go into this next map. We're waiting on them to try and get their last guy in here. Spartans will take that one now in a 7-5 victory. I mean, that game was just kept so close from both these teams. Everybody was looking pretty good. Synergy really started to heat up in the second part of that game, just not able to close it out where we expected. There's our map full for the night, with the final one being Consulate. Now, let me go see. Yo, are we getting a 5th in for Synergy or not? Alright, bet. A 5th is on his way in now for Synergy. We're waiting for him to join up and get in here. I mean, Synergy just, map 1, they took that pretty decisive. I mean, it came down to some rounds here and there. But that second map, I thought for sure they had to come back underway. They had steam under them. They were rocking and rolling, pulling how many rounds in a row. But Spartans were just there and edged them out a little bit more. Was a great attempt from them to make a comeback in. We got Hugo back into this game. Hugo was a certified gunner for that first map. Wasn't able to play here for the second. I'm going to let them know that I'm ready, and we are now rocking into Consulate. join me back in here as the band phases are concluding for the first set. We see Ace and Kaid gone. This will be Synergy's defense for start. Consulate tends to still lean, maybe more 50-50, but I tend to see defenses pull a little bit harder there towards the end of it. So, I'm expecting some good things out of the Synergy team for this map. Now that they have their 5th back in. Squirtle says that last map was boring. My man, you may say that, but you almost got decimated through it. Looking now at these next set of bands, the Monty and the Azami being pulled off board. Getting rid of the Monty is always a great idea. He tends to, again, take a ton of space. He is a good entry player. Maybe not something you want your top guns on, but definitely something that you can go take a ton of map control with. The Ace on board as well for the band train. That one sucks a little bit. His fast breach ability, getting in there, getting your gun up, having that AK-12 in hand to follow up support with your with the hard breach is just absolutely insane. For these defensive bands, we do see Kaid and a zombie. Now, when you lose a zombie, you do know they're a little bit scared of what kind of concoctions you can build. She has just the ability to swap an entire map around on its head. That's why everybody tends to love her. She's become a fan favorite. Freeway has the tech. Look at the shotgun. Oh, who doesn't love this thing? So the Belotech shotty hits like a truck. Absolutely slams people in the chest. One of the better ones in the game because of its fast rate of fire. What I'm interested to see, though, is these Fenrir traps. What's their deployment looking like? They do have an extension now over through that top kind of office area. Over into admin. Watch Squirtle, though, for these opening moments of the round. He tends to try and get in there a active entry with the Ash. Hopefully he is able to pull some good kills with it. As, I mean, that's kind of his main role on this team, is just go in there, create some space, find an opening. That's something Spartans tends to hammer home pretty heavily, is opening, opening, opening. If you can find it, take it, run with it. Pulling drones now, they are using their time wisely. There is Gino, though, opening up the suicide wall, getting rid of Snuggies. Your Fenrir is down. He can't rotate his gadgets around anymore. And Slamka, a little bit slow on the C4, doesn't let it rip early enough to find themselves a kill. For the rest of this attacking side, though, we now have Gino, who rotates over, joins up with the front of his team. They have only his one little hard breach left to try and make a play forward with it. They're going to open up now into that little, I guess, catering room, whatever you want to call it. No, Synergy did not win the 4v5. Glitter, we made the map 3. Spartans won. NBA Gino still leading the charge forward through the break room, making a okay solid push up. However, this is where attacks tend to stall out. Once there is no more free, easy, gimme space. What you need to watch for, though, is Hugo with this AR on the defense. It is a hard-hitting weapon. Does have a little bit dicey recoil, but NBA Gino is just there and a little bit better. Slamka is able to hit the refrag now, down to 3v4. Squirtle finding these traps. We have Knocked finding the Fenrirs. No swing around yet. TAC UAV trying to get aggressive up into the meeting hallways, but not finding anybody yet. What we need to worry about, though, is Slamka, who is still just chilling and catering. C4 coming out, lands but doesn't find anybody with it. He sprints up with a shotgun straight into where TAC UAV was at. TAC UAV goes down, though. Pax now moves up. C4 goes out, finds a damage onto ITQC, but no pick. I thought for sure that would have killed him there. Shotgun through the wall, finding Squirtle with a pistol. We see Freeway now put himself into some good cover here. And Knocked making the rotate downstairs. But there is Pax, the gunner with the SMG-12. It will take him down. ITQC extremely low. However, so is Freeway. As ITQC moves up, we see Pax actually swing and take him down. 3K in this round. The Fuser goes off. First round goes into Synergy's favor. That may be the power of having their 5th in. I mean, maybe Synergy are just them, you know? Synergy's pulling the I'm him attitude and it's doing pretty well for them. Alright, this next round will be a cafeteria, garage, basement hold, though. Expect a heavy roam, as I believe I've seen that Vigil still on board. He tends to play, honestly, into how these teams have been playing each of these maps. I expected a lot more calm and patience out of the Synergy side. Instead, we see them a lot more gun-heavy, getting the move and getting out of there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
With the stick and move play in mind, they do also have Pax, who is 3-0 in the current game. I mean, he's definitely heated up a ton since that first opening map. Looked really, really good that second map. So far this map, he has been just a fortune changer for his team. He's been that tone setter that they needed. What I'm liking to see so far, though, on Slimka is that Bosch ACOG. Now, sure, you tend to see it as a meme. However, I see that thing as a one-shot down, land it to the chest, walk away as a happy man. Don't even have to worry about anything else after that. From this attacking side, we do have NBA Gino bringing himself in here on the ram. Squirtle this time going for a Grim instead of his typical more entry fragger role. However, Grim can play into that playstyle too. He has the ACOG, has a good AR with it, and he is a relatively fast operator. Pair that with those Bs, and you make yourself pretty much a death mark of your own. Deimos may be good. I think Grim may be a little bit better. Wall plays coming out. We see TAC UAV getting it open. Slamka still chilling up in second floor hallway. He is hard on this roam. He's got Yugo up there with him. These two trying to lock it down offsite as far as they can. Snuggies, however, on this clash is going to make trying to contend the main wall interesting and a challenge. Slamka is now chilling, waiting. Buck is in on the ITQC, trying to make the play over for Hugo. If ITQC goes in without any drones supporting him, he could get easily picked here by Slamka. Slamka is in a decent position as he may be going for an aggressive style swing here. Sets it up for more of a 90-degree angle, which isn't too bad. However, you give ITQC the advantage of at least being able to shoot back. If you're standing in your original position, he has to come out and then full sweep swing around through the room at you. And a quick swing from Slamka to try and take ITQC. Instead, burns his own life. ITQC doesn't even take any damage from it. Now you set Yugo up for a 1v1 against IT, and it's just not landing out very well in their favor. An assist coming up now from NBA Gino, who comes up those yellow stairs. ITQC will go down. Yugo has rounds from below him, but there are players now up all around Yugo as they try and open this pick back up. And there is Noct finding him from Spiral, but Snuggies refrags for Squirtle taking him down. And here's Pax. Cue the shark music. Dun-dun, as he comes up, finding Noct with a swing from bottom spiral stairs. There is still TAC UAV who is outside of garage, trying to make some entry, trying to make some noise. Snuggies is the one he's looking for. Lays a round into his side. That AR hits like a tank. And NBA Gino has the vertical up above his ram, opens right over top of where Snuggies was standing, but Snuggies doesn't care. He now runs up, pushes out into garage to hold some control. And TAC UAV really has not many plays he can make unless NBA Gino is able to bust a lid on this defensive hold. That being said, TAC UAV doesn't wait it out, taken down as he goes for the aggressive swing. Gino now left into a 1v3 with 20 seconds on board. Not a lot of time for anything. And Pax, needle in the thread, just finds a little angle for it, taking the head off of that ram. I mean, he just threads the eye of a needle right there. That's all that was. Take the smallest possible pixel angle you can think of, make it tighter, and there it goes.
locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
What the? I just sorry, I got sent something. With the setup now coming for the piano exhibition room, we once again look at a Mira who is on board. I don't think these teams will learn. Mira needs to be a primary ban. She has been very, very good throughout pretty much every map. Leaving her up still, even though she has yet to place any utility, may be a bad idea. Hugo once again going to be hitting the room here with the Solus. I think we may have a Solus main on our hands. And then Pax, 5-0 so far in this map. I mean, sure, we're only 2 rounds in, but he has pulled 5 kills without even a thought of death. He's up on the Warden, playing the off-site aggression hold with that Mira up there with him. And Hugo coming up to assist. Mira does come down here to West, though, setting one of her black eye, or no, black eyes. I don't know what. I mean, it's just a Mira. It's a one-way mirror. But Squirtle will be spawn picked by Hugo. The assist now coming running over from NBA Gino. Not able to land. What will Hugo do here? Honestly, he needs to get an impact out there and take down Squirtle before it is too late. You're right now leaving them to get their main attacker back up on board. Knocked watching the revive with a DMR in hand. And I think we see Hugo who's just saying, all right, F this, I'm out. Coming around, hitting the side wall here. One impact in hand, sends it, rips it, finds Squirtle. He said, hey, you were mine. I'm going to finish this one off for sure. And that's a great pick from him. We have Snuggies now trying to play aggressive on the window here. Has players all out, all around him. This attack seems to have already been thwarted, as Squirtle is now down 0-3. The mental may be gone on the Ash here, which is not a good idea when that is one of your main entry players. I mean, right now, guys, he is one of the best in league to do it. I just don't think his mental is up to snuff quite yet, and it is, you know, taking a beating so far this map. To start 0-3, that's got to be rough. However, if anybody knows about that, it would be Pax, as he has had a bad game 1. Swings coming from Slamka. He is, however, taken down as a 3-man unit moves up onto him. Now we have to flip over here to Pax, who is all on his lonesome, trying to hold the vertical here. He does have a Mira window on him, but nobody up there to provide any fire support. And again, threading the needle with these angles. These teams have been so far very, very good at that. Hugo now making the rotate up to help assist and hold for that kind of main long desk walk around. Knocked moving down service stairs. We got ITQC, NBA Gino, and TAC UAV all bottom spiral. And what I think could be a fast execute in towards site. They are all starting to retake their own map control and have some good angles here. Snuggies with a wild, wild jump around. And they have abandoned the vertical push. However, Pax is right there to try and watch the run in from this side door. Has eyes on it. He just can't cover if they're swinging. There's a ton of damage from Hugo to find ITQC. Snuggies just still holding on. 1 HP. The shotgun from Freeway will get a pick. Now we're down to Knocked into the 1v. Hugo getting aggressive out there trying to swing him down. Knocked will find him. That was a 3K from Hugo that round. There's Knocked though, pulling 2 in his favor. But Snuggies to shut him down as we get 3-0 to Synergy. Synergy looking like a good team here in this third map. They've got Raid Kitty, Mingo's brother, and Arms, Foreign, the White Jeff Sickos, Aholy, the Chosen Canadian. And last but certainly not least, the oldest IGL on Siege, Celebrity Barra's Last Hope, and Stretch, the Google Doc Warrior. What the heck? That's a description, I think, of 5.2 that I haven't heard in a while, but yeah, that sounds about right. Moving into the next round here with the 37-year load time of console. It is an upstairs defense. Let's see how they intend to set this up. The Tachanka is on board from Snuggies. That is definitely to deny that easy plant that we've seen them attempting to do at the top of service stairs door. The only thing is, though, you have to keep Snuggies alive throughout all this round to ensure that he can get that down. I'm interested to see what gun he is bringing to the table here. And ooh, it will be the little SMG, not the big old barking or LMG that he has. You lose a little bit of that destructive capabilities. You don't hit quite as hard. However, the rate of fire, the recoil control, and all that the little SMG brings may be a lot better than what you would expect out of the LMG. The Dishka, I mean, it's in the name. It hits like a truck, just not the most dominant of weapons in this game. The drone work is coming through now. Attack UAV and Squirtle both making sure that they're active on those drones. I mean, that is what you expect out of your players. You know, make sure you can get clear entry for your team. So far, Spartans have struggled a little bit with these entry picks. And there's Gino going down to Slamka. That C4 was not delayed that time. He gets it almost immediately. Attack UAV sitting there like, come on, man, what the heck? And the bait to rush plant is there. They do have Attack UAV who is up on the rappel with diffuser in hand. Expect him to jump in as soon as the execute starts. We're counting it down now. 3, 2, 1, and oh, never mind. They baited it only for a second. Squirtle ready to come up yellow. They're counting each other in at this current moment. Noct has Yings at the ready. Squirtle making his way ever so slowly up yellow. Smokes and fires out of ITQC. It will lock Hugo into his corner. And here comes everything as a run out is seen. But Attack UAV coming up is met at the door by Slamka, who's taken out by Squirtle. Squirtle is left at about 1 HP as he trades shots around with Snuggies. The pistol comes out, just not able to finish it. Off the rappel, there's trades everywhere. Pax finding one. Pax going down to ITQC. ITQC left at 1 HP. Freeway now making his way back up the site. Has to battle against Noct and will head tap him with a quick one tap. And now ITQC is going to be going for plant over here. We'll be able to find it and get it down. But he has really no safe rotation out of here. Running up, Diamore in hand. Going to be trying to provide cover. ITQC gets away safely. It is now going back to lay down and protect this diffuser. However, Freeway is in position where he could just bait this out. He still has all the time in it. It was an instant retake towards the diffuser device. And will Freeway just stick it? Oh my god, he will. Freeway just sticks it to end that. As pros don't fake, Freeway takes it now 4-0 in the favor of Synergy. You know he's going to be getting heckled in the team columns after this. Bro, why didn't you swing up? Because there should have been a camera there. He had to use it though so he could get out safely. No HP made that a challenge. We're now 4-0 in the favor of Synergy. How do they continue on a string of dominance like they've shown so far? That's the question. I mean, Spartans seems like they may be a little bit mental chalked after that last round, not pulling immediately into their favor. Synergy start to pick up the momentum there. However, if Synergy doesn't close out at least one more round, I'd say, and they start letting Spartans make this comeback, things could get very, very ugly for the later half of this round if you're a Synergy fan. I'm thinking Spartans, though, they have that in them. They could start bringing this game right around in their favor. Flipping down here, let's look and see what we got going on for the defense-wise. Once again, the Clash is on board. Warden is still up. Freeway picking up a friend mirror, and we have an Ella on board from Hugo. First time we see him play something, well, that wasn't a Solus. And I'm here for it. Oh, he may not understand the recoil of a gun that isn't, Solus SMG. Slamka making the plays up now to come and try and get the hatches. Let's keep an eye on what this Vigil does. He has the full support of the team behind him. You know that. They're all chilling down in basement. They said, hey, you got this. Hit at the solar rune. See what you can do. Slamka going for the spawn peak. Not able to see anything. From the attacking side of things, we have the Thermite coming. Going for main wall. ITQC up on the Deimos. Knocked going to be playing here as the Ram. As Ram tries to sprint again, she may be met with a shotgun. Pax swings out, finds the first opening pick there on a knock, getting the Ram off board almost immediately. Tactical UAV is up on Blitz. NBA Geno's over here on Buck. They still have at least Buck to open up vertical here. Drones are out. They find the Vigil. Geno trying to make the play forward onto Slamka. Slamka is in good position to maybe deny him or get himself an easy pick. However, both these operators are very good at what they do. And here comes the Blitz. Going to be chasing Slamka down. And Slam's just saying, hey, I'm out. Get me out of here. Rotating back to site, back to safety. Pax is there. And who do you not want to run into? A Warden. When you're playing as Blitz, he can deny your ability. And Warden now being tracked by Deimos. We see a play coming over as they move their way down to him. Thermite goes down. That shotgun is hitting like a train. And he stops the spinner around and shoot the body. There goes Pax now away to safety. Snuggy's trying to find somebody up through that vertical. Buck starting to rip open the floor here. Tac UAV still up with the Blitz. Not going quite as hard forward as what you would expect out of a Blitz and Deimos combo. But they will be starting now for hatches. And Snuggies will go down as he lays down right in front of Geno for some unknown reason. Pax not trying to retake, but we do have Slamka who is up in tellers. They never fully cleared this Vigil, and he's going to let them know about it here very, very soon. Tac UAV heard that punch. He just doesn't seem all too concerned about it. And if we see them do a hard push down and try and take, things could go ugly here for Synergy as they do have Slamka spread off. And then the rest of these defenders kind of playing close. One pick may blow this whole defense wide open. However, Slamka, who is up on this room, is now in behind. Right around where that Blitz is playing at. Impacts the wall, finds the Blitz, and that just angered him. He is now coming after you, chasing him down. But giving that up gives up some of this attacking hold that they have so far. With 30 seconds in the round, they got to make some sort of way to execute. Smokes are coming out. ITQC going to be going in here to plant. And I'm expecting maybe a quick Blitz drop, but instead he is going now more for the yellow play. And Slamka is just going to keep being an annoyance. They have 10 seconds left on board, and they have no really easy way into plant. Slamka finds that vertical. There goes one of your players. Pax taking the double kills. ITQC and Tac UAV will go down to him, putting Synergy up now 5-0. I think Pax may just be Himothy here tonight, as he is 9-1 in the current game. One more defensive win for Synergy closes this game out entirely in a defensive-sided half. That's really not what we're here to see, guys. We're here to see some good gameplay. So for Spartans, I mean, they delivered on that first map. They delivered through most of the second. This third map, they just haven't been able to get any footing. And Squirtle, who is now 1-5, really not that much further behind the rest of his team, who are all 3-5.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
What could be just an absolute stellar game of the century so far. These two teams have given it their all so in this matchup. Again, $1,800 or $2,000 prize pool is on the line. That is a lot of money to one of these deserving teams. Now, again, this isn't grand finals. They still have other matches after this. This is only for quarters. But if you want to punch that ticket to maybe make a run at the money, you gotta win out here. And it looks like Synergy are definitely making that push towards. This attack now once again falling back onto having a Blitz in their arms. And we may see Squirtle and Tac UAV stack up and rush here. Maybe even Noct coming over to join. That's the way things are looking so far. Squirtle doing a little bit of drone work, making sure it's clear. Window comes open, and here goes Blitz. Going in there. NBA Geno going down to Freeway. Blitz trying to rush forward, eating a ton of damage. People all around him. finds the kill there on a freeway. However, Yugo from up above takes him down. We see Knock go down as well. Now Squirtle and ITQC left to a 2v4. And what could be the round that puts them into match point. Squirtle being pushed up, shotgun in hand. He goes down. Snuggies is laying on his back, just taking a nap. Impact as Yugo takes down ITQC. 6-0 in the favor of Synergy. This one could be over, ladies and gentlemen. There is still a lot of Siege left to be played if Spartans decide to make the comeback now. However, Synergy just needs one more round to close it out. Look at these numbers for my GOAT 4. Deserved. What are you talking about, Whiskey? What are you talking about? What numbers? Ugh. Almost at the 700 follower goal. I'm at 695. 5 more hits me that 700. That's what I'm hoping for. Clash and Ying coming off of board now. I mean, not much that we can really say about these operators that haven't already been said. Clash is just good. Ying is great for executing. Getting the Ying off board denies that quick plant that Synergy may try and play into here because they want to end this game fast. However, you play quick, you play sloppy. Was it? Fast or slow is fast, fast is slow, or something like that. That's how I'm trying to remember what it actually was. But we do see a mute and a grim band. The mute is something I'm really not understanding for this map, because in no way is mute that good of an operator. I mean, he's amazing, don't get me wrong. How do I word this? Mute is one of the better operators in the game. You're going to see him on most defensive setups, but he's not something that you need to ban out unless you're planning to play very heavy into the drone setups. And right now, you really aren't. You only have Freeway who's playing as that Twitch.
Defenders
The
protect
Grim,
your bombs
same
from
thing is that Ying ban though. They're going to deny a quick plant, deny an execute play. Synergy definitely wants to try and make that to pull their way forward. And it's going to be interesting to see how that one will play out. With this being an upstairs hold, again, quick plant is the play here. If you have the right situation and the right circumstances. Right now, you are missing 2 of the best operators for it. There's not a whole lot on board to make that play forward. So I'm going to be interested to see what they do and what the attacking strategy is. They do have TAC UAV who is up on the Mira still. There's no better operator in the game at the moment. If we look here, NBA Gino, he's going to be hopefully hitting a roam with the Vigil. But right now, he seems to just be trying to play it close and play it safe in sight. Not going out, not going anywhere. Just chilling in his little corner. Squirtle off to a bad game this one at 1-6. That is not the MVP material that we're used to seeing out of him. He is one of these, again, he's a great fragger. He has that star power in him. That's what we need to see him unlock. Well, we see Slamka up here on rappel, ready to rock, trying to aggress immediately through into that small window or printer window. And if Slamka's able to get an easy pick here, like the one on the Mira who just walked by, things could get very, very ugly very, very fast. He sends the fire in after her, but it's not going to lay any damage. It appears as though Slam may be trying to do a little bit of baiting here. ITQC will find a pick there onto Snuggies. TAC UAV stacked up into managers. They've got packs outside here on rappel. 9-1. Sorry, not 1-9. That was his map 1 stats. 9-1, ready to maybe make a play forward. They just have got to get this cleared out. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Yes, Patches, that's the one. NBA Gino trying for a jump out, a strange play to hit Freeway in the face. Does not work. And now Freeway gives his team back that pick. And he now has that top control of Spiral. NBA Gino, that Vigil, the action seeker, the play wrecker is off the map. That's what the Vigil is good for. He can get in behind you whenever you're trying to make some good plays forward. Without him, you lose a lot of that momentum shift that you need for later rounds. C4 in just as Slamka hits the rappel. That is Siege timing at its finest. And ITQC being fed to Pax as Pax took that admin side office. Moving through, he does have the mirror that they've got to deal with though, who's playing manager. Hugo saying, hey, try and get her to swing you wide. I can cover. Pax pulls the pistol and goes at it, taking down Freeway down. Now it is all down to Hugo, who is holding close on this window. TAC UAV is right there. C4 still in hand for him. 30 seconds on board. And this may have been the momentum shift that Spartans needed the whole time, as they may pull this around in their favor and prevent the 7-0. But 10 seconds on board. Hugo dropping hatch, hot dropping, but Knock picking the kill, denying the 7-0. What a heck of a round there. Spartans held that defense pretty much perfectly. And if they make a 6-round comeback here, ladies and gentlemen, I may cry. Not tears of joy, tears of pain, because my throat is starting to hurt from casting.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
The basement now of Spartans coming down here for the basement hold. The basement of Spartans. That didn't make any sense to me. I am... my brain just shut off for about 2 seconds there. The advantage to this defense, though, is they still have the Kaid on board. They can deny this wall a little bit longer than normal. Not to mention the Mira being up as well. The good assist from her. She is great at holding everything. And if you look here at what Squirtle's doing, opening up all of these footholes, leg holes, whatever you want to call
10
them,
seconds to go.
gives you so much line of sight that it becomes way harder to attack. You have more angles to watch a swing from. However, for the defenders that are in sight,
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
you may have just been screwed if you're trying to sit up there. Because these attackers, they're going to come from everywhere as well. You may be able to swing and shoot where you want to, but you just gave the attackers some free range to do whatever they have intended for you. Ace is going down, trying to make the play here on the wall. Slamka watching drones, making sure his yellow's clear. Expect a heavy yellow push out of him. That just seems like his style of play of what he may intend to do. With the main wall now kited off, they really have no choice but to start aggressing through the vertical. Slamka is in for yellow. Snuggies is in those upper yellow stairs now, making his play through the corridor. Pax rushing around upstairs. He has some control. There is the hatch now coming open. They have nobody off site except for ITQC, who is chilling at the top of service, making a rotate but not choosing to play it, instead dipping off after it's made. Vertical belongs to these attackers. They have a major control point very early on in this game, and there's C4s out, but not landing from either ITQC or TAC UAV or Knocked UAV. And now Knock going to be making the play up here with ITQC as they attempt to retake the vertical, coming up service stairs. Both holding, I guess, crosser angles for one another. ITQC coming forward, popping open the wall next to him. Never mind, he doesn't even get the round off as the round comes ripping at him. And the vertical has started to been retaken by Knock, but Knock goes down to Freeway. Freeway knows there's another one there. NBA Gino takes a lot of damage. Pax will find ITQC. Squirtle going down in sight. They start to execute towards site control. NBA Gino now left at a 1v as it is all down to him. But Gino will go down, dodging the screenshot at 4 and 8. And we see a 7-1 victory on the side of Synergy as they close this game out extremely fast. We watch one of our reigning beauty teams in this league. You know, Synergy, they have been hard to beat. Or not Synergy, Spartans have been hard to beat in a lot of leagues. And Synergy made it look like it was just some easy task as they came in and gave them a run for their money. Now, this is only semifinals. There's a lot more to go for the Siege to be played. But they have done a stellar job in taking them down. There is still more games to be played after this, though. This one is over as Synergy go 2-1 against Spartans to end the night. I'm going to call it here for my stream. I'm going to thank everybody for coming out. Y'all mean the world to me. I wouldn't be here without the community that comes and supports these streams. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. I will see you in the next one.
This is Phase Ed Music. This is Phase Ed Music.